Stocks fell sharply on Tuesday morning as concerns mounted about weakening American corporate sales and profits. The Standard & Poor's 500 stock index was down about 1.4% in afternoon trading. The losses added to the big losses on Friday, and dropping index to its lowest level since early September, before the Federal Reserve announced its latest monetary stimulus program. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was 1.7% lower. American companies continued to turn in disappointing financial results on Tuesday. The chemical maker DuPont said that its revenue was down 9% in Thank You for Trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The third quarter from a year ago, and that it would eliminate 1,500 jobs. The company's stock fell about 8%. Thomson Reuters said Tuesday that 63% of the companies that have reported earnings so far have given revenue figures for the third quarter that were lower than what analysts expected. Most of the action appears related to the weak revenues we've seen reported by companies, especially very large companies, said Tim Gryske, the chief investment officer at Solaris Group. Even before the earnings reports, stocks in Europe headed Thank You for Trying Verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Into negative territory. Moody's said it was downgrading 5 of Spain's regions, underscoring the continuing recessionary woes in Europe's weakest economies. Spanish bond yields were up to 5.57% from 5.44% on Monday. Those yields are still far below the elevated levels reached over the summer before the European Central Bank announced plans to buy the bonds of struggling Eurozone countries. The signs of slow economic growth in Europe and around the world are particularly weighing on energy companies and conglomerates that derive much of their revenue from international sales. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Adding to the gloom was a growing sense among investors that Ben Bernanke, the Federal Reserve Chairman, will step down when his term ends in early 2014, regardless of who wins the presidential election. There is some concern among investors that without Mr. Bernanke the Federal would not continue with its big bond buying programs. The technology-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index, which led losses last week, has fallen less sharply than other major indexes on Tuesday, trading down 0.9%.